tax is very important. The tax that people will pay, government will use that money to go to the other stream within Gombe and construct another road to bring water to somewhere where there's no water or where there's no security. So that's the main purpose of paying the tax.
Building Gombe with Gombe's wealth.
IGR has been naturally progressing. Our projection this year is 25 billion, and we are very certain that we'll do above 25 billion. And with the kind of caliber of leadership we have and the support from the governor, we are very certain to reach at least over 60 billion in the next 2 years.
Once known for relying heavily on federal allocations, Gombe State is witnessing a quiet revolution, writing a new chapter in self-sufficiency. Through strategic reforms, technology and public enlightenment, the Gombe State Internal Revenue Service has improved tax collection, broadened the tax base, and earned the trust of the citizens.
One of the key reforms we embraced in the Gombe Internal Revenue Service is the automation of our processes, so as to simplify the tax process for the taxpayers and also to ensure accountability and transparency in our activities.
Duk lokacin da mutum zai biya haraji, in ma'aikatanmu ne suna fitar maka da invoice, za a maka tax. Gashi nan an ce Dear Sanusi Abdullahi wato chairman, har da sunanka da gabada. A payment of 20,000 has been initiated. Kayi nufin biyan 20,000 ga invoice number. To ka bi wannan linkin ka karasa biya. Kaga kenan ka san akwai jami'a.
The reforms have awakened the people of Gombe to their civic duty, realizing that paying taxes is not a burden but a vital contribution to the growth and development of their state.
Tax is conceptually defined as a compulsory levies which is imposed by government on all citizens for the purpose of its operation. For that reason, it is expected that every capable individual should pay taxes to the government, so that the government will have finances for the provision of social services, protections of lives and properties, and other responsibilities.
No state or a country cannot stand without revenue. So the issue of the revenue is something that a kind of trigger developmental activities in Gombe State.
It is very important to pay tax. Without the tax, we will not see road like this.
Paying tax is mandatory, and it is one of the metaphor or a base that make social amenities.
Paying tax has a positive impact. Most of the countries we admire for their development don't even have petroleum or gas resources. They rely on taxes to grow and develop their nation. Taxes have existed for a long time. We have been hearing through tax the government is carrying out all its projects.
This transformation didn't happen by chance. It is the product of leadership, planning, and a renewed social contract between the people and their government.
Simply what we've been doing is, first we educate through our local media channels and also the social media. Subsequently, we also engage the traditional leaders and also their leaders in the society. We also embarked widely on taxpayer awareness and education. And following that, we also were involved in stakeholder engagement. So we've engaged with almost all the stakeholders in the state. We pick up a sector, say for instance, the commercial transportation sector. We will invite the head of the different units like the KK NAPEP, we will invite the head of it, and then we'll also invite the heads in the local government. Then we'll invite the security agencies, and then we'll also invite the civil societies. So those are the major stakeholders in their industries. And then sit down with them, sensitize them about what taxation is and what they are supposed to do, and introduce them to the seamless process of paying taxation, which we have modified in Gombe State. And then lastly, we simplify the processes of the tax payment. We've also established what we call the taxpayer service, whereby taxpayers can call in where they have challenges, and they can also come in with their challenges and recommendations, and then we'll handle it.
Officials from the revenue often come here to engage with us. We reach out to our people, inform them about what they are expected to pay, and advise them to obey the law and fulfill their tax obligations. When it comes to paying tax or revenue, we, the Achaba riders, are organized at the unit, local government and state levels. As a union, we educate our members on the importance of tax and how to make payment using technology.
Despite robust and strategic policies, the Internal Revenue Service still faces challenges in achieving optimal revenue performance.
One of our major challenges, I think, is in the aspect of taxpayer education. A lot of people are not educated about what taxes are and how to pay the taxes. That we're working hard to ensure we curtail such challenge. Then another second challenge we have is in the area of fake tax collectors. We've been also working with the judiciary and other stakeholders like the security agencies to curtail such issues. And lastly, general low down in the economic activities in the country. But also, when you look at it, economic activities has been improving, especially in Gombe State, given that the government of Gombe State has been doing a lot in terms of infrastructure and also attracting investors to the state too. So that has been improving our IGR in the state.
Internally generated revenue has given Gombe a renewed identity defined by self-reliance, accountability and steady progress. This growth reflects the collective contribution of various sectors, each playing a pivotal role in the state's transformation.
The biggest contributor to our IGR is the personal income tax, especially the pay as you earn. So a bulk of our taxes come from that sector, followed by all the different sectors we have, especially agriculture, given that Gombe is an agrarian society. And we also have a lot of collections from transportation as well.
From roads to schools, hospitals to markets, the people of Gombe are reaping the rewards of a system that works. Today, Gombe has become a living example of how internally generated revenue, when properly managed, can drive sustainable development. Understanding the importance of revenue in societal development, and with growing trust in government, the people of Gombe, seeing and feeling the tangible impact of their taxes, are increasingly willing to fulfill their civic duty.
Actually, if you go or if you move around across the country, you will see a lot of infrastructural development going on in terms of maintenance of peace and order, although there are challenges of insecurity in the country. But that notwithstanding, we still, government is still maintaining law and order by paying security personnel their salaries, providing them logistic support and other requirements.
The greatest support we have from the state government is the fact that the state government is investing heavily in infrastructure in the state, so it makes the taxpayers very willing to support the state government by paying the requisite taxes.
Now we have seen where our tax is going, so we are very comfortable. In fact, we are okay with the tax that they are collecting. Before now, I cannot come in here with my car because the place is so bad, very, very bad. If we can pay tax and see work like this on ground, it's okay.
Living in the main market here, paying tax has led government to provide a solar street light for us. A new road was constructed within the market in order to serve as an easier means of transportation for the benefit of the business owners from the main market.
This road that passed from Catholic Church from there to Naira inside the market, they try because people from that side, they can enter market easily. Now in Gombe, almost in Gombe, we don't have any problem of road.
Going by what we have seen on ground concerning road construction and many other works that cater all the distance of our life, we can actually say that we are satisfied with what the state government is doing.
By God's grace, we are seeing the effect of the being paid tax. One, there's construction of roads, there's building of a school, there's building of a hospital. In short, many things, so which I strongly believe is true of that of paying tax.
We are seeing the impact of our taxes. Take Tumfrey, for example. For many years, they did not even have culverts. But now, the area is covered with roads. In the past, it was all sand everywhere. If you took inside this market, there were no roads before. Now we have roads. You can see that our taxes have not gone in vain. When you look at the Achaba riders in Gombe, there is hardly any state in the north where they operate as peacefully as they do here. Many areas that previously had no roads, which used to create serious challenges for our riders, have been developed. Roads have been constructed in places like Kagarawal, Naira, London Medorawa, Bomala and others. These roads are now equipped with a solar-powered street light and are clean every morning. Even private vehicle users can testify that the rate of accident has dropped significantly. The road network has also improved traffic flow. When one road is congested, you can easily switch to another and still reach your destination. The tax we are paying in Gombe is really making a difference. It is through our taxes that the government is constructing roads and doing many other things. My tricycle stays clean and in good condition. I even close for the day without needing to wash it. One great thing is the flexibility. For example, I bought a 10-day tax ticket, and since I plan to travel tomorrow, I can go to the Board of Internal Revenue and ask them to log it using my registration number. When I return, they will unlock it and the countdown will continue. The daily tax rate is just 100 Naira. The market tax we are paying in Gombe is truly yielding results. Even the road constructed within the market has transformed the entire area. The roads built across the town are for our benefit. Honestly, the government is doing what is needed. I am witnessing the results of tax collection. I make a living in the health sector and the government is investing in it.
Alhamdulillah, gaskiya muna ganin sa ƙasa, more especially ita wannan gwamnati.
We are indeed feeling the impact of the tax collection, especially during the current administration, as we used to suffer while traveling to periodic markets and even lose our poultry. However, with the construction of roads linking the villages, it becomes history.
Ayyuka tsakanin ƙauyuka da muke supplying kajin, so gaskiya dai mu mun gani a ƙasa.
To gaskiya dai mu kan harkan transport alhamdulillah. Gwamnatin Gombe ta yi kokari sosai.
We are benefiting from the transportation sector. The Gombe government is doing good as it addresses the road issues. For instance, you can now drive from Gombe to Kumo, Padam, Baltango Junction to Kunwal, Kiambu and Kumo safely. You can also proceed to Balanga through Marabandeba, which has improved our business and we are enjoying town services from Akko to Tumpre, Gombe to Padan for taxi town service. I can attest that our taxes are being put in the right place.
Muna gani inda harajin mu yake tafiya. Mu ɗan sifiri ba ma keke kaɗai ba. Duk wani wanda yake tuka abun
No
hawa.
commercial tricycle or motorcycle rider is complaining about paying tax, as the government is constructing road networks, which are essential to our lives, and there are life-changing roads like that of Kagarawal, behind the Commissioner of Police residence, and Arawa, which were hard to reach areas before. However, these roads improved our services, making us more comfortable while giving taxes to the government.
The digitalization of revenue collection in Gombe has gone beyond boosting efficiency. It has also significantly enhanced security.
Because of the embracement of technology, I think almost on a monthly basis we are able to identify stolen vehicles in the state due to the enforcement we are doing under the other revenue service unit in the IRS. And when we talk about generally security, the revenue generated from this agency contributes to the cost of the government in ensuring general security in the state. We are also working with all the security agencies in terms of enforcement. So through that process of enforcement, we are able to identify, as I earlier mentioned, stolen vehicles or registered vehicles also.
The Gombe State Internal Revenue Service plays a pivotal role in attracting investors.
The major way we can contribute to attracting investment to the state is to ensure that we boost our collection, which will help the government provide all the necessary infrastructures that will invite the investors. Secondly, we are also giving some waivers in terms of business premises for the first year of business. And when you look at the right of way with respect to telecommunication industry, we also have waivers in that sector. So depending on the sector, the government looks at it and comes up with regulation to facilitate trade in that industry. What we are also doing is to simplify the process and to avoid the issue of multiplicity. So we are taking the tax office to the investors by providing a very robust platform whereby they can make their tax payments, and they also have the opportunities of making prepayments for their taxes, especially with respect to withholding tax. We're able to not just give them tax credit, but also fund their tax credit in cash.
With this strong understanding of the importance of tax revenue, the governor has ensured that political influence has no bearing on the process.
Taxes are issues that are set by law. So, and we have a governor who is an accountant who understands these things. So what he does is he's the biggest tax champion in the state. Wherever he goes, he encourages people to pay their taxes, because no one can waive these taxes except the government. So we do not have such interference from the government. Rather, we have encouragement from the government to ensure that all citizens abide by the tax.
From small business owners to market traders, from road users to school children, every resident is feeling the impact of a government that is using homegrown resources to build a better future.
Over the years, we've been working in order to uplift the lives and livelihoods of our people in Gombe State. And the people of Gombe State are seeing the results.
We are paying taxes, and we are surely feeling their impact as the Gombe State governor is constructing new roads in the state.
If you know that you own a shop, you own a bike, you own a commercial something, car or call it, you have to pay the revenue. It will help government to do their work easily. It will make life easier for everybody. It will make life easier for Gombe people. That's the truth about it.
This is the Gombe story, a state growing with its own strength, a future being built one Naira at a time. Gombe is rising, powered by the people.